Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Krishna Govinda Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Munda Jai Govinda Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Chandra Jaya Guru Govinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Canto 1, Volume 1, Chapter 4, entitled The Confidential Reasons for the Lord's Appearance. Today, text 51. Okay, before we start, do you remember anything from last discussion? No, what's that mean? No. Something at least. What did we discuss last time?
Book distribution.
Book distribution, correct, but in which context? In relationship to what was mentioned in the Shastra in the Chaitanya? Maybe we can give few chairs on the other side? No. So then Shiva give 2-3 chairs more behind. Something. Book distribution, that's nice, yes. But then what? How was that? What did that have to do with Chaitanya? No?
Every gopi and Srimati also tries to push one another.
Okay, yes, in the spiritual world, all the gopis, everybody is trying to present and inspire others more to serve Krishna directly rather than themselves. Yes, so that's what Sankirtan Yaga is all about. Trying to bring others forward to have the opportunity to serve Krishna, to have a relationship with Krishna. Everybody's somehow inspiring and yes, pushing everybody else. Not that one pushes oneself and then it tries to exclude everybody else. No, that is not a spiritual process. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. This is what he came to present by his personal devotion, by his personal example. Okay, anything else? Yes.
Only desire is to please Krishna. So similarly, our only focus should be to.
Okay, so Radharani's only desire is to please Krishna, and so similarly, our only desire should be to please Srila Prabhupada. Okay. But that's because Srila Prabhupada is pleasing Krishna, that's the point. He knows how to please Krishna. We don't know how to please Krishna. Do you ever have experience when there's your birthday? It's your birthday, and I was sitting with some devotee, and he offered me some sweet. He said, "Happy birthday." I said, "That's not that birthday." But he had the sweets. That means it was his birthday. So anyway, was joking. So, or okay, I remember. I have some whatever experience. In the West, sometimes, let's say, birthday or marriage, people give gifts to each other, no? No? Or whatever, some occasion. And what if you don't like the gift that you get? How many times it does happen? Most of the time, no? You pass it to someone else. Yes, that's tradition. That tradition is going on throughout the world. That some gifts never get utilized. So you receive something and you're really not happy with it. But if you receive something that you really need, that you're really happy, now how much, you really feel very, very elated, you really feel very excited, and you really appreciate that person who's given you that gift, no, even more, rather than, he gives you something and say, no, it's like, what am I going to do with this? Well, the same way, when we relate to Krishna, we should know what Krishna likes. Krishna is also a person. He's not just some machine or some, I don't know, whatever, impersonal non-entity or something. No, he has certain likings and he has certain dislikings. And that's Krishna. And every form of Krishna, again, every expansion also has certain likings and dislikings. So you cannot just transfer what, say, you like, that yes, Krishna will like. Let's say what Krishna likes to eat. Karela. That's because you like Karela. Now you think that Krishna should like Karela also. You heard where? In Vedic Texts.
It is his favorite.
I never heard that. That's the first time I'm hearing. Maybe. Anyway, whatever. Somebody likes ice cream. Okay, Krishna likes ice cream. Where is that mentioned? Where in Shastra is that mentioned? That's why we have to read Shastra. We know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked. That's more easy. Because here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's so many descriptions. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quite likes everything. What was made with devotion. But he preferred a little bit more bitterish kind of taste. Shock, like this. Of course, he would take all Mahaprasad, Jagannath's Mahaprasad, whatever. But he had some preferences for leafy vegetables. And he gave blessings also, gave blessings. That whoever eats this kind of prasad, there are certain blessings. Even with it, he said, this one will develop this kind of devotion, this one will develop that kind of devotion or attraction to Krishna in this way, in that way. And as he gave there's so many varieties in West Bengal of so many different leafy vegetables. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave for many of those different kinds of blessings. So I want blessings now. We're done. We have to cook tomorrow some shop. We appreciate now. Because today morning we had in Brahmacharya ashram. So it's very nice. So then we know that Simhadev, for example, if you want to please Lord Simhadev, then make something sweet for him. He likes sweets, he likes mango, banana, he likes pumpkin sweet. Kadu, no, kadu. Yes, likes that. Gajar halwa, whatever, something sweet. He likes sweets. And like this, so they're all personalities. They have certain likings, disliking, preferences, whatever it is, their personalities. It's not that I like something and then I try to impose it. It doesn't work like this. So the point is why gopis are there and why Radharani is there. Because they just know what Krishna wants, what Krishna likes. We don't know. And therefore they guide us, they introduce us, they teach us. So we should know so that we also become qualified how to please Krishna. It's all very, very, very extremely personal. So it's not that one speculates, because if you try to do something and you think, oh, I did it so nice, I did it so great. But what if Krishna just doesn't like it? We appreciate. Okay, he will appreciate your bhakti, that you're trying something. That is there. Krishna will accept that. Maybe he won't accept other things. So it's not going to be exactly complete. So better to make it complete, better to make it perfect, because Krishna is perfect. He wants perfection. He's really looking for perfection. You can't give him less than, perfection, because he is perfect. That's why the Shastras also, there's one word. He's described as connoisseur. Connoisseur means somebody who's just really relishing perfection. He's not satisfied with anything less than that. And this is why Srimati Radharani, she just knows what Krishna likes and in which way, how, and proportions, and this and that, whatever, absolutely, just to the point of perfection. And that's why Krishna definitely appreciates our service. So when we start practicing spiritual life, then also in that sense, we have to learn from the authorities how to please Krishna, and in our case, how to please Guru. Not that we to speculate, the way I please my authorities, the way I please my spiritual master, I'll do like this, I'll do like that, and then we make complete mess, because we're just speculating. And most likely, we really don't want to please anyone, we're just doing whatever our mind wants to do, for sake of our some kind of gratification. So that's a very serious problem then, which will make us, commit even sometimes maybe some offenses. So we have to be very cautious. We have to first learn something and then try to apply it in spiritual life. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, again, he also comes in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And he's teaching devotees how to be a devotee. Teaching everyone how you should do like this, you should do like that. This is what is pleasing, this is what Krishna likes, this is what I like, this is what Radharani likes. You do something like this, you try your best, wow, then you see, if you please them, definitely how much more mercy we will receive. So this is also what we should understand, and in relationship what we discussed last time, performing Sankita Yagya. And this is what is pleasing to Krishna, this is what is pleasing to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we do what is pleasing to them, then how much more mercy are we receiving? And this is the whole process of spiritual practice, following instructions of the Acharya, because again, what? They know how to please Krishna. They know how we can advance very, very fast. Just like also another point, it's maybe we might not know, which we don't, how to please Krishna, but if we know how to please our spiritual master, he will introduce us to Krishna. We don't have to introduce ourselves. We please spiritual master, then just by his pleasure, then we will know whether Krishna is pleased or Krishna is not pleased. Anytime that question comes, how do we know Krishna is pleased with our devotional service? You see, are the authorities happy? Are devotees happy? Is your spiritual master happy? If they're not, that means you're not pleasing Krishna. You may be doing whatever you want to do, but you're not pleasing Krishna. So there is that advantage that if we please somebody who is more closely connected to Krishna, then he will also connect us more closely to Krishna. And we will experience that bliss that comes from serving Krishna. So we want to please the spiritual master, and he's pleased, then you just see how we will become also pleased in our devotional life. So then what was given as the process is this Sankirtan Yagya. Giving mercy to others, just give as much as possible. Give this knowledge, give this Bhagavad Gita, give the holy name. Just keep on giving. What is there that one can lose? Nothing. Just keep on giving, and one just keeps on receiving and receiving more and more mercy. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to establish and present for all of our benefit. So if you don't know again really what is pleasing, even we might not know what is pleasing to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why we are reading this Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, to come to know a little bit about his activities, his nature, his instructions. So, but then again, we follow those who are connected to Guru Parampara, and they will connect us. And by pleasing them, we will receive mercy of Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, any other points from last Wednesday discussion? Something? we complete the report. Okay, so then we'll read today's text 51. Oh, that's a quite long section of prose. Sureshanam Durgam Gatir Atishayena Panishadam Muninam Sarvasvam Ranatta Patalinam Madurimam Vinidyasha Demno Nikilapashu Palam Bujadrisham Sachaitanya Kimepuna Apidvishor Yasyati Padam. Okay, there is only translation, there is no purport. It says, Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of all the devotees. No, sorry, demigods. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of all the demigods, or devotees anyway. The goal of the Upanishads, the be-all and end-all of the great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of the love of the lotus eye gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? So there's no explanation. But this is a prayer. That's Kavira Goswami. There's a prayer that Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of all the demigods. Okay. The goal of the Upanishads. That's very interesting. What is the goal of Upanishads? It's Vedanta Sutra, no? If somebody doesn't understand Upanishads, I've given to any actually. I didn't. There are Upanishads anyway, there are books available somewhere, maybe something in library also. And if you read some of those, you might become confused. Again, what is the goal? What is the essence of the Upanishads? And there are, anybody knows how many Upanishads are there? Wrong answer. Now you may think whether you want to think.
4.
Four. 4 Upanishads.
What's no,
These are considered like major. More than that. More than that. Okay. 1008. No, it's more than that. Huh? They are not available. They've been lost in the course of time for whatever reasons. Not available, but they're mentioned in the Puranas. The exact number it's given, like 1,280, something like this. Something like this. Can get the exact figure, but it doesn't matter. But it's more than 1,000. That's the point. Because there are different branches of the Vedas. For each and every branch, there is certain Upanishad explaining it. Because Upanishads explain from the point of view of different orders of life, like Brahmacharya, Vanapras, Sannyas, Grihastha, and so forth. So you have Aranyakas, you have Brahmanas, you have Upanishads. Upanishads are meant for like sannyasis, for a renounced order, for like the final conclusion of the practice. Same practice I described, but just a little bit more specific how to do it in a certain ashram. So Upanishads are therefore like final conclusions of all the duties that one performs and essences and goals of it. But then the final conclusion of Upanishad is what? What is the scripture given? Who can raise the hand? Who knows? What is the final conclusion of Upanishad? Because there are so many. And there's so, like we said, there are thousands of Upanishads. Of course, presently maybe there are but 220, 50, something like this. That's still quite something. So then what is the final conclusion of all of it? What is it? You can give 2 answers. I give you an option. You can give 2 answers. Both are correct. Who has the hand? So whom to? Okay, yes. Wrong answer. Okay, both answers are correct. Bhagavad Gita and Vedanta Sutra. Bhagavad Gita and Vedanta Sutra. And then the essence of Vedanta Sutra is what? This is mentioned in Bhagavatam, yes, that's Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the goal of Upanishads. Vedashya Sarvar Aham Eva Vedyo Vedanta Krit Vedavid Eva Chaham. No? That's what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. So who is Krishna? Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, and the vice versa. Okay, so be all and end all of the great sages. That sounds a little bit, I don't know how we interpret this. So Prabhupada didn't. So kind of like sum total of all the sages. Beautiful shelter of his devotees. That's definitely what Krishna is. Ultimate goal. And it says the essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. This is what Lord Chaitanya is. As Krishna. Anyway, okay, so will he again be object of my vision? Any questions on this? We go to the next source. No? Yes.
So, what is the use of reading Upanishads?
What is the use of reading Upanishads? Okay, so but who told you to read? What is it? You were reading?
Jeet is reading. Talk to.
Now you reveal it. Now there's no use of reading. You're not going to understand anything. First, master the basics, and then we'll see. There's no use. It's just can be classified in the realm of mental speculation because you won't understand what is the point, especially if you read the text without any commentaries. And what would you know what you read? That's not a good idea. And anything we do, again, just like we were talking in the beginning, it should be done with the blessings of spiritual master, no? Not that we just take anything and do anything in spiritual life. Then what is the use of that? You won't get much benefit, and you may also just completely stray away and commit maybe even offenses, because you will misunderstand and misapply, and so many negative side effects might be manifest. So better not to do it. Do you study? Let's say you go into college and you just study any literature, any book, anything, something, or you're guided by someone how to do it and what to do it, what to do with it. Yeah, that's the whole point. You can't just pick up anything. Like Prabhupada would say, you go to medical store and say, I have running nose, okay, give me this yellow pills and this blue, this and that syrup and whatever. You don't do this. You just don't pick up on your own. No. You need a prescription. Somebody should tell you what. So why reading Upanishads? What's the point?
Such are useful. No?
They're useful. Yeah, all the medicines are useful, but you know how to apply? No? So that's just stick to Bhagavad Gita, okay? Yes.
Goal of Upanishads.
Goal of the Upanishads. Okay, that's why goal of the Upanishads, we said, what is the essence? It's presented in Gita, it's presented in Vedanta Sutra. That's the goal of Upanishads. An essence of Vedanta, it's Bhagavad. That's the goal of Upanishads. Okay, so in the next verse it says, Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of the love of one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sri Radha. And so he has assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. He has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with a refulgent yellow color. May that Lord Chaitanya comfort upon us his grace. So the Prabhupada said this is the verse, this previous one and this one are verses for Pratama Shri Chaitanya Ashtaka and Vitya Shri Chaitanya Ashtaka, Stavamalo Shri Rupa Goswami. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu assumed, just like it said, sometimes you display different moods, different emotions, so you assume certain view a certain complexion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, meditating upon Srimati Radharani, assumed this yellowish form. There are some stories given also by the Goswamis how Krishna came to assume the yellowish form. Anybody knows? Anybody did some Brajmandal Parikram? There are some places where this had happened. How did Krishna assume? Even before he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did assume the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assumed the yellowish complexion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somebody knows the stories? I can recollect two at least. I think I know there are three. Maybe I have to think a little harder. At least two. Anybody been to the place called Imlistala? Anybody knows that place on the bank of Yamuna, on the Parikram path? You know that place? Just now we are shifting to Vrindavan, a little bit trying to meditate about Vrindavan. That is the place where Krishna was lamenting, the gopis had left him, and he was in such a mood of separation that he assumed a yellowish form, because that is the mood of separation Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is tasting, relishing, Vipralamba Seva. So then when gopis went in search for Krishna, they found somebody who looked like, but he has completely different complexion. And said, who is that person? Krishna was lamenting and crying. Who is that person? Then they came to know, oh, it's Krishna. Anyway, so that's in short. So it was Krishna, but he assumed that form in that mood of separation from gopis. There is another one in Varsana. It's also past, and Krishna assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya, because Radharani left that mood of love of Krishna in the pond. Krishna touched that pond, and then he assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. So that's also there. Anyway, okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has tasted that love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgent yellow color. See, so he's in that mood. He is Krishna, but he's in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And here now again we are getting a little bit summarized again what this chapter is all about, the confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. Krishna wants to taste the mood and understand her position of Srimati Radharani. So then in the next verse, it said, to accept ecstatic love is the main reason he appeared and re-established the religious system for this age. I shall now explain that reason. Everyone please listen. So to accept ecstatic love is the main reason. So that's why here it's confidential reasons. This is chapter 4. And in previous chapter, chapter 3, what was described? External reasons. So now again, it seems like Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, he shifts back. He wants to establish external reason. Internally, it's Krishna desire to understand position of Srimati Radharani, and externally, it's to re-establish the religious system for this age, which is for us more practical. It's more something that we can relate more to. So he said, having first given hints about the verse describing the principal reasons why the Lord appeared, now I shall manifest its full meaning. Okay. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. So that's essential to understand, because these are not ordinary mundane affairs, which we already discussed. They're part of the internal pleasure-giving potency. Everything is a reflection from the spiritual world. And of course, whatever we find here in this material world, it's a perverted reflection. It's full of selfishness, whereas in the spiritual world, it's just absolutely selfless. So that selflessness is manifestation of the internal pleasure potency. What is the pleasure potency of Krishna? Or who is that? Radharani, yes. So it has nothing to do with any perverted material, I say, misconceptions about relationships. So although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. So how do we understand that? Radha and Krishna, they're one, but they're eternally separated. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like which example Srila Prabhupada gives? Anybody can guess? No? Something that it's two, but it's actually one. Eternally. Okay, sunrise, can use that also, yes. Their sunrise are one, sun it's different. So it's kind of simultaneously one and different, but eternally they're as such. Eternally, you can't separate the energy from the energetic, no? And what is very interesting in spiritual world, everything is personified. Energy is personified. There's nothing that exists that it doesn't have, life, yes, life, consciousness, that it's not a person. So Srimati Radharani, it's also a person. So you can't separate her from Krishna. It just doesn't, it's impossible. Can't separate energy from the energetic. So they're one, but they're separate. They're unique. They again complement each other. So now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. So that we already discussed. This was already mentioned earlier. So this is from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami. And it said it also appears in the 14 verses of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Anybody knows? Some come. Anybody knows why Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami is important? What is his relationship to Chaitanya Charitamrita? Anybody knows who is he? Where's the hint? Where's the hint? Where's the hint? No, not in that sense.
His personal associate secretary.
No, that's okay. I said in relationship to Chaitanya Charitamrita, this, why is he important? Bhakti. Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami.
He noted many pastimes of.
He noted many pastimes,
He was there till Anjalila.
He was there. Yes, he was there. But till where anyway? He's always there. Yes, he noted many pastimes. He had a diary. His diary and Murari Gupta's diary. They're the basis for Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that's why his prayer given here, it's direct prayer that is included in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but there are so many pastimes and different descriptions also that Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami included within Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so then next it says, Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Okay, now you have a long Srila Prabhupada's purport. Not much time left, but let's see. Okay. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, he said, the two transcendentalists, Radha and Krishna, are a puzzle to materialists. The above description of Radha and Krishna from the diary, see here, it's mentioned from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, is a condensed explanation, but one needs great spiritual insight to understand the mystery of these two personalities. One is enjoying in two. Shri Krishna is the potent factor and Srimati Radharani is the internal potency. According to Vedanta philosophy, there is no difference between the potent and the potency. They are identical. We cannot differentiate between one and the other any more than we can separate fire from heat. So similar like sun and sunrise. You can't separate the two. So who is more important for us? Is it Srimati Radharani or is Krishna? What is, wait. Who said it? Any, think a little bit for a moment. Raise your hand. Why you said that? Who said it? Now, see, that's the point. I say raise the hand, so I know who said it. Take responsibility for the answer. Who said it? That Radharani is more important. Okay. Any other opinions? Who's more important? Well, why we all say we want to go back to Krishna. No, don't mix Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now. If you say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's a very tricky because then he is combination of both, no? Yes.
It is Krishna through Radharani.
Krishna through Radharani. Okay.
Srimati Radharani is like our mother. Mother usually.
No, that's a wrong. We have to be cautious also about this. Srimati Radharani is like a mother. Not exactly. That's not the mood of Gaudiya Sangha. That's not exactly. She is more like a friend, senior friend who guides him. Really like a mother. Something about that. Huh? Radharani is easier to please. That's true. She's Karunamai. She can direct us.
She is polite and direct.
Okay, anyway, that's a big discussion. That may lead. I said again now. Okay, she knows how to please Krishna. Yes. So she will recommend us. That's true. Yes. Oh, what do you want to say?
If Radharani accepts, then Krishna cannot reject.
Okay, if Radharani accepts us, Krishna cannot reject us. That's really good. Yes. Okay, same thing. But what is our position? Who is our master then, really? Radharani, yes.
We are helping her.
Yes, we are helping her to serve Krishna. We should not again have the separate kind of mentality that we should just go and serve Krishna. Many times it happens. Many times we see devotees also, they push themselves. So I will serve Guru and I don't, respect any other way or hierarchy. So that's mostly the mood. Through Srimati Radharani is the goal. Then whatever she desires, then yes, then the show. That's the idea. Okay, so yes, they're inseparable. They're different, but they're in essence identical. So everything in the absolute is inconceivable in relative existence. Therefore, in relative cognizance, it is very difficult to assimilate this truth of oneness between the potent and the potency. The philosophy of inconceivable oneness and difference propounded by Lord Chaitanya is the only source of understanding for such intricacies of transcendence. So this now we are talking about Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented this philosophy to reconcile any puzzling or contradictory statement that exists in the scriptures, certain positions of tattva dealings between them. So that's only possible by Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Now, of course, that's a huge discussion. What is that and how it evolved, so to say? Yeah. through monism, dualism, different presentations of dualism, Advaita, and there's so many different acharyas give different philosophies. Well, the ultimate pinnacle of all of those is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Simultaneous oneness, but there is difference. So it's not all everything is one, and it's not all everything is different, and it's not all like something is maybe like this, maybe like that, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said it's simultaneously. It is one, but it's different. Now, how to understand that? This is what the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is about. How do you understand position of Krishna and his energies? They're one because Krishna can manifest through any energy. But again, they're different. Krishna has his own separate personal identity. So this is what will be discussed throughout the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita, how to understand this Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, because many times we've seen that in different sampradayas, it's very difficult to understand certain positions, certain tattvas. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came, like how many times we hear sometimes everybody saying everything is one. No, everything is one. Like Advaita philosophy. And then Madhvacharya comes and said, no, everything is two. And you'll see he'll hold two fingers like this. That's say peace or victory. I don't know what else he said. No, everything is two. Jiva and Lord, they're different. Material energy, Lord, are different. Material energy, Jiva, they're all different. Are never the same, never the one. And he's very, very strong on that. But then comes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he says that, well, it's all one and different. As a story, he came like this in Navadvip. So they asked him, well, right, but then say, yes, you're right. That's the philosophy of inconceivable. It's inconceivable, oneness and difference. Inconceivable oneness and difference. So then that's why Srila Prabhupada just gives a very simple example, just like fire and heat. That's it. Just take it like this. You can't separate it. You can't separate. Okay, let's just do a little fast to finish this purport. In fact, Radharani is the internal potency of Krishna, and she eternally intensifies the pleasure of Sri Krishna. Impersonalists cannot understand this without the help of a Mahabhagavat devotee. The very name Radha suggests that Srimati Radharani is eternally the topmost mistress in the comforts of Sri Krishna. As such, she is the medium transmitting the living entity's service to Sri Krishna. Devotees in Vrindavan therefore seek the mercy of Srimati Radharani in order to be recognized as the loving servitors of Sri Krishna. So without her recommendation, nobody has a hope. That's like it has been mentioned. So first, but then to even to some extent reach to Srimati Radharani, we should first try to satisfy spiritual master. So that's the process. Guru Parampara. There is a way, there is a process. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally approaches the fallen conditioned souls of the Iron Age to deliver the highest principle of transcendental relationships with the Lord. The activities of the Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. So that's the primary thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had appeared, because in all other yugas and avatars, he could give the process of liberation, the process of some relationship with Krishna. But this, the most intimate, is said the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. It just gives this as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's such a unique and very rare gift that only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. So we already discussed that. Just imagine, this is a kalpa. Once in a kalpa. How many Chaturyugas are there in one kalpa? Who knows? Chaturyuga meaning Satya, Treta, Dvapara, Kali, no? So how many, let's say, Kali Yugas are there, and he comes in Kali Yuga, but how many are there in one day of Karma? Anybody knows how many Kali Yugas are in one day of Brahma? Okay,
1,000.
1,000 rupees, 1,000 everything else. 1,000, yes, it's 1,000. So just imagine in 1,000, that's a huge number. Then in one of those 1,000, only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. In other Kali Yugas, there's some other Yuga out there. Only once in the day of Brahma, among 1,000 Yugas, he comes to this most confidential, pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. That's so rare. How did we get that opportunity to be exposed to this? Once in 1,000 yugas. That's in Kali Yuga. And even here in Kali Yuga, again, how many people know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Such a rare thing. So the absolute personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the omnipotent form of transcendental existence, knowledge, and bliss in full. His words as the portion that expands. His internal potency is exhibited first as Sat, or existence, or in other words, as the portion that expands the existence function of the Lord. When the same potency displays full knowledge, it is called Chit, or Samvit, which expands the transcendental forms of the Lord. Finally, when the same potency plays as a pleasure-giving medium, it is known as Hladini, or the transcendental blissful potency. Thus, the Lord manifests his eternal potency in 3 transcendental divisions. Okay, so existence, function of the Lord, knowledge, function of the Lord, and blissful, transcendental, blissful, pleasure-giving potency. So Krishna expands in so many different ways. To increase what? To increase what? To increase his pleasure. He's already Atmaram, fully satisfied, but then he just increases. Of course, who benefits the most? Those of us who then can relish that pleasure potency. Because that's again why Krishna, if some of you might hopefully remember, why did Krishna appear? Because he said, Radharani is tasting this relationship so many millions of times more than I do. So he was wondering, what is that? How is that? So he also wanted to taste it. That was one of the major reasons. So living entities who become connected to Krishna, they will taste Krishna so much more than what Krishna can taste himself. So, but of course, he can't do that. Of course, he can, but that's why then he appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, any questions about what we discussed today? Yes.
So, Prabhuji, as it was mentioning, you were mentioning that we have to reach Krishna through Radharani. And before that, we have to please the spiritual master.
So what's the question?
It's like a very long way to go. First, please the spiritual master.
To please this, we have to please Srimati Radharani, and then we have to please spiritual master. It's a long way to go. It's not a long way to go. We just, in essence, have to please spiritual master.
Then Radharani.
That's it.
And pleasing
In essence, if you just please spiritual master, then automatically we, let's say you please your Prabhupada or somebody, he's directly can present Agasur Lila. Swallow all the body or something. So we just have to, in essence, please spiritual master. When he's pleased, then automatically Srimati Radharani will be pleased. Because he, as a representative then of Krishna and Srimati Radharani, he knows what is pleasing to them. What do we sing every morning? What is Samsara Dava and all that? You read translations of those verses. Yes,
Guruji, said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes once.
that's what it said once.
Krishna comes once.
Even Krishna comes once, and coincidentally, they come in the same cycle. Also comes once. According to Jiva Goswami, he came for you earlier. And we just came now. We have that mercy. Okay, 9 o'clock. Yes.
Our goal as a Gaudi Vaishnava, that our goal is to be a close associate of Radharani that are countries. So how come that you said
We don't know what's our goal. We have no idea what's our swaram. So we should not speculate. They're in essence most likely, but it's not excluded there is some other position that we might be having in the spiritual world. But most likely, one will be in Madhurya or Swakhya Rasa. Most likely. But that will become revealed to one when one becomes purified, when one advances is, somewhere at the level of at least, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. I can't speak of those, I don't know anybody else can. So what is our real Swarupa? That will be automatically revealed. One will understand then. One becomes purified from this false identification with material body, then one will understand, okay, what is my position in relationship to Krishna? So it's not necessarily that it will be Manjari or something. Could be. But we don't know that. Could be Gopi, could be Krishna's friends, could be anything. But most likely, because it said, usually those who become attracted and who practice certain process, there is some reason for it. They might have some earlier position as such in the spiritual world. That's why they are presented with such a process. Otherwise, we would have been, involved in some other process and aspire to achieve, say, Vaikuntha or something else, some Dasya Rasa, some Shanta Rasa. Yeah. Okay, we'll stop here. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Guru Premanande.